Yeah, we're a little hair of the dog this morning. Can you hear the crickets? That was a bad one. That was a bad one. But I just couldn't help myself. Couldn't help myself. And smoking the cob from that I bought in Hannibal this summer. It's a Meerschaum, Missouri Meerschaum, and I finally figured out yesterday they call this an Eaton. It's $4.99. It's cheap. Why? Because I'm a frugal shopper, and you can ask that salesman that tried to sell me a bed on Sunday that. Yeah, yeah. And in it, I am smoking some Sutliff pumpkin spice. You can add that to my list of nightmares. Where's the pumpkin? Yeah, I don't. I don't know. I'm probably going to get a lot of flack for that. Maybe it's just me. I don't know. I'll be honest. This is like my fifth or sixth bowl of this, and I don't get anything out of it. Nothing. Nothing. Nothing at all. I will. Halfway through a bowl, it seems like every now and then you might get a hint of, I don't know, it tasted like maybe the Cool Whip on some warm pumpkin pie, but that's all I get. That one shot at it. I'm about halfway through this bowl right now, and I'm just getting it, but the top half not, and it takes you that long to keep it lit. It's well, I'll just show you. I got 4 ounces of this, by the way. Yeah, and it's it's uh it's pretty wet, and it stays together pretty well. I don't know if the camera or I did that justice, but it's and the jar note. It smells like when your Scentsy pot has that wax in it, and then it finally gets to the point where it's not leaving a smell, but you get kind of this weird smell. That's what I'm getting out of this. A little floral, but it smells really perfumey. I don't know. Not a fan. It's a smooth smoke. I don't think I'm gonna throw it away or anything like that. I might even give some away to I have 400 subscribers. Yeah. I think I'm at 402. I've been at 401, 403, 404. I think I'm back down to 402 or 401 now. I don't know. I'm going to do a golf for this, but I'm going to wait until I get up there like 410 or something because I'd hate to be sitting at 399 and look like a jackass. So, but once again, back to the frugal part, like I told the salesman on Sunday when I was trying to be sold a bed. Uh, I'm going to probably get rid of some of my tobaccos that I necessarily don't smoke and I don't like. So remember that. I'm going to tell you what they are, but when we get to that venture. But for right now, yeah, I'm gonna hold off on the gothing for right now, but and I'm sure there's stuff out there that some of you are gonna like. And I just like, everybody's palate's different. Just like this pumpkin spice. I'm not saying it's terrible. I'm just saying, where's the pumpkin? The Revelstoke whiskey, it has pecan. It says pecan on it, and guess what? I can taste the pecan. Where's the pumpkin? Yeah, just kidding. It's okay. I'm probably not going to buy it again. I'll look for another harvest plan. I checked out the Sleepy Hollow thing, and nobody answered their phone. So I don't know. I really want to get some Sleepy Hollow. I'm going to give it a try again this week or next week. I'd like to have some before Halloween because that's one of my favorite, Halloween stories. Speaking of stories, one's coming up, a very spooky one about a pipe in the very near future because we're going to do a lot of Halloween stuff from here on out. Why? Because I said I like Halloween. Yeah. As you can see, we're filming in this is kind of my guitar room. They're all on that side of the room over there. But, and kind of sit in my little leather chair that I actually got for free from a bank. That's a long story. Yeah. Yeah. I think there's a warrant to state still. No, I'm kidding. But this is the room we like to call the Learned Beagle Lounge. And, yeah, do a little picking in here and a little grinning and, got a library over there in the corner, a very small one. I'll show it to you sometime because we got some books to review at some point. I've got some decent books lately, and some of them got some pipe smoking going on. And I really enjoyed reviewing the trilogy of Tom Paris' The Horsemen, The Redeemers, and The Wanderers, and then The Redeemers. Anyway, you guys got to check those books out. Tom Paris. Just check out the first one, The Horseman. I think you'll dig it. It's pretty cool. Got some pipe smoking in it. Yeah. Or the dog. Did it again. All right. Now to get on with the nightmare part. I don't know if anybody's been bed shopping, but I was told Sunday we were going bed shopping. And, you thought there was a wolf in the room a while ago. And my wife says we're going bed shopping or we're going shopping. You can bet your ass we're going shopping. We did. And I'm glad we did. All my life I've slept on. I'm 6'5.5", maybe a hair taller since they added some steel to my neck. Laugh out loud. But yeah. So I've always hung over the end of a bed with my feet and stuff, kind of like Abe Lincoln. I heard that was one of his big problems, and there was a lot smaller people then, so I don't know what their mattress sizes were then. But speaking of mattress sizes, I did learn that a California king is the same size as a king, but it's 4 inches longer. And then a king is actually only 4 inches wider than a queen. Don't quote me on that. You can email me and my wife can argue with you because I don't remember. She knows all that stuff. She did a lot of research. God bless her. And then she paid for the bed. Why? Because I said I'm frugal. But we went bed shopping in Iowa City. Go Hawkeyes! I'm sure some of you got something to say about that. Went up there and we went to Sleep Number bed. Holy moly! You talk about a nightmare. Those people are insane. First of all, they had us lay on this bed with a big screen above us, and they wanted to watch. Thank God that their internet was messed up because they wanted us to watch this video while we're laying in bed with people staring at you and tell you all about the product. Because apparently the guy that obviously couldn't run the internet and couldn't even look you in the eye had a very hard time, yeah, doing a sales pitch. Didn't work out so well for him. Because when we got to the third bed, they had us try after, instead of just asking the obvious question, do you like a hard bed or a soft bed? Which one do you like? So, yeah. And my wife just basically said, we want a good bed. And well, they showed us and they showed us, and we laid down and we got up and we laid down and we got up. And we got the spill. And then they brought out this plastic card and tossed it on the bed that was like a laminated sheet, and it had some prices on it, and it was like $3,000. And I'm thinking, God, I used to be able to buy a car for like $300. Now they want to sell me a bed for $3,000. Well, anyway, I know beds cost more money nowadays. My son has one that's very expensive, and I believe my daughter does too. So I'm like, okay. And that was kind of in our ballpark range because we wanted the tilt up and down, as you saw, and the legs, the zero gravity thing. Well, Sleep Member apparently has pressure points. Remember that, pressure points. That's going to come into play here in a little bit. So I'm like, okay, $3,000, all right, I can work with that. I said, if I buy a bed, you're going to throw, because they had some really comfy pillows they let you lay on while they're there. And I'm like, you're going to throw a pillow in? Well, we could take $100 off the pillow. Did anybody else's jaw just hit the floor because $100 off of a pillow? Yeah, fudge. So, anyway, make a long story short, we go through all these beds. The nightmare continues. We go through them, and now he wants to sell us like a pillow top comforter thing for it that you lay on for extra comfort, because we didn't want the like $5,000 version of the pillow top bed. So for, I think it was $350, they're going to give you these toppers. You can have your choice, and he made us lay on two different ones. And my question was, why am I buying a comfort, a thing to be more comfortable on a bed that I'm paying $3,000 for? Mind you, that's not going to be the price here in the end, because the nightmare gets worse. And why do I want to pay this extra money for something when you're telling me you have a bed that's the best on the market and it does pressure points and everything? Why do I need to buy something that isn't the bed supposed to make me comfortable? That's just a question, and I asked it. Nobody had an answer. All they could keep saying was best on the market. We're the best on the market. I'm like, okay, whatever. So they walked our asses over to the cash register. Sorry about the swearing, kids, but could be the Revelstoke. Hope this lighter doesn't make me swear. Anyway, I get us over to the cash register, and that bed turns into $8,000. Yeah. I once owned a house, my very first house that I bought and paid for, cost $2,000 less than that. And it was a pretty decent little place, a pretty nice yard and everything in our small little town here. Yeah. So I said, well, what can we do about that? How do we get this a little cheaper? He's like, well, how about this bed? And we're like, okay, what about this other bed? Okay, fine. That was $7,100. Yeah. And by that time, Rob's had enough of this nightmare. He needs to wake up from it. Adios. Thank you. It's been fun. We'll give you a call if we're interested. I hope that guy's still not sitting by the phone. Good stuff. Anyway, we went to Lebanon Mattress Factory, and it's a local thing. It's up from towards Cedar Rapids, Marion, I believe, is where they're out of. None of their stuff's imported. It's an Iowa-based company in our area, within 60 miles, say, give or take. And I like to do business local. I think everybody should. The mom and pops need us all. But anyway, not trying to sound like somebody from PETA. Don't kill your. Never mind. Never mind. But so we went into the Lebanon Mattress Factory showroom in Iowa City, and met a guy there named Matt. Matt, if you're watching, hey, you did a great job, brother. We got in there, and the Nightmare. The first thing he says, we told him we're looking for a bed. And he's like, okay, what's your comfort level? Oh, just want to be comfortable. And he said, oh, you're one of those. You're a couple of those. And I thought, here we go. Nightmare continues. And it didn't. He chuckled a little. I tried to chuckle. He said, let me tell you, I'm going to give you the in-between bed, the one that everybody likes. Lay on it first, and then we'll go from there. Laid on it. It was fairly comfortable. Okay. He's like, I'm not going to try to, shove a $12,000 bed up your butt, but come over to this next one and see if you like it. And we wanted the up and down, the leg lift, the back thing. And honestly, it was great this morning. I almost was able to just push a button and dump myself out of bed. But he showed us this. No frills, no nothing. I told him I was frugal. We looked at, and he let us land some other beds, and they had way more stuff than the Sleep Member place had. Yeah, you should go back to selling beds in the mall. Where's the pumpkin? Anyway, make a long story short, Matt sold us a bed for half the price of the other bed. And last night we slept on it for the first time. They delivered yesterday, and what a great pair of delivery guys. Just super great. Set up fast. Ran me through the remotes really quick. Really cool deal. So the nightmare was over. Yeah, and that's how this is going to end. Yeah. Tip of the haberdashery. And also the way to go. We're going to catch you in the next one. Don't forget to shake them jars. Maybe it'll help stir up some pumpkin taste in this one. And, adios.